Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ajay, cybersecurity and network security trainer at Networkers Home. So in the last video, we talked about that if your firewall generate alerts, then what are the steps you will take, for those particular alerts. So today in that particular series, we are going to take a step further and we are going to talk about automating your responses to the firewall alerts. See, manual intervention or manually responding to the firewall alerts can be time consuming, and if you are handling a large network where the number of devices are very large, it can be overwhelming also. And that is where your automation comes in. So automation can really help us to do the repetitive task, which is about responding the alerts. And it can do it very efficiently. So now let's talk about what are the things we can do to automate. So first thing, for the first response that we can use is that we can automatically block the particular malicious IPs. So if you see that the huge amount of traffic is coming in from a same IP and this IP is flagged as malicious in one of your intelligence, so what is the automated response you can have for this kind of alert? You can just block that particular IP so that there will be no more communication coming or no more communication happening with that particular IP address. Your firewall will immediately block it. Another thing is you can talk about isolating the device. So if the traffic is coming in from a internal device, might be a local device is trying to perform something malicious. So in that case, you can isolate that particular device. So that particular device will not have any communication any further with other devices in your network. So this can be done. Other than that, we can talk about next thing we can talk about is that in the responses, one is we blocked the IP, we isolated the internal system also. The third thing we can do is we can set up rules to block any sort of malicious events that are happening. And we can prioritize the risks. So the risk prioritization can be done, and based on the priority of risk, immediate actions can be taken. So there are many things that can be done. What are those? Like, let's say for example, if you are using FMC, that is Cisco Firepower Management Console or Firepower Management Center, if you are using that device, so in the FMC we can configure intrusion policies so that if your FMC finds that any malicious traffic is coming from a particular IP address, so your FMC is going to block that particular traffic or the communication with that particular IP address. Another thing you can do is you can go and use SIEM devices. Maybe you can go for Splunk or you can talk about SolarWinds. Multiple SIEM are there. Like if you talk about Fortinet, so we have FortiSIEM also. So if you can go for SIEM devices. So the SIEM devices are going to do what? The SIEM devices are going to consistently monitor your logs, and then in the SIEM devices you can also configure that what are the actions you want to take against that particular alert. If an alert is generated, if they find a malicious traffic, what are the steps to be taken or what are the actions to be taken against them? So these are few things you can do to automate. So one thing what we generally come across is when we are doing automation, there is a possibility that we will see a lot of false positives. Now what is a false positive? So might be that a particular traffic is not malicious and still it is blocked. Maybe one of the host is not doing anything malicious in the network and it is getting isolated. So these kind of false positive situations we can get when we are automating the task, because in the automated responses, these automated responses will be triggered at a particular threshold limit. So what we can do is we can avoid the false positives by increasing the threshold limit. Let's say for example, from a particular IP address, malicious login events are coming up. Somebody is trying to log in. So might be possible that your threshold is so low that if somebody is failing the login 2-3 times also and they are getting isolated, the traffic is getting blocked. So we can increase the number of thresholds, right? The events we can increase that in a particular point of time, how many events should happen to flag it as a malicious. Or might be sometimes some IP is flagged malicious for no reason also. Your devices, your firewall might flag a IP as malicious and block it. So maybe that particular IP communication is necessary for you. So this kind of things might happen. Okay, false positive might come in the network during the automated responses. So how, like, what else we can do? Next thing we can do is, we can go and manual intervention we can have. We can manually go and check out that, okay, is it really malicious? Because it's not like, you do automation and then you just forget it. Okay, manual intervention will still be needed. You still need to manually check that, okay, whether your automation is performing as intended or not. Okay, like it is doing what you have configured it for. Okay, so doesn't matter you have configured automation or not, but still, even after automation configuration also, we are going to need manual intervention. You need to go and check regularly that, okay, what are the alerts getting generated, what are the devices getting blocked, why they are getting blocked, are they actually malicious or not? Okay, these kind of things you can check up. So this was it in this video. If you find this video helpful, do like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.